right, everybody, please welcome my guest at this time. She is the one and only person in professional wrestling who also has her own food truck. ODB,
yeah.
Thank you for joining me.
What's up? What's going on?
So we are here to promote a couple of different things right now. One is the BBQ FITE Klub, and then, of course, we're going to promote ODB's food truck.
That sounds kind of dangerous. BBQ FITE Klub.
BBQ FITE Klub. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about, now this is an event going on, I have here, going on June 9th, 2020 on FITE TV. Tell us a little bit about what this event is.
God, I wish I could be there. So it's a bunch of barbecuers that are just going to show them their stuff. And I'm not like a barbecue competitor. I just rub a lot of meat, pull a lot of pork on my food truck and sell every day. So competition is very different from what I do. And I think it's so cool that all these guys and women do this for a living and compete and try to, who has the best meat. And I wish I could so be there, to lay the smackdown on some of these guys. I'm just kidding.
Well, now you said so that you don't compete. Is that something you've ever thought of doing?
I never have. I do watch Barbecue Pitmasters. I love Big Mo. It's just, I don't know. I would, I'll be a judge for it. I'll eat their food.
Sure.
But I'd really have to, it's a little different from what I do. So, but I do want to go to a competition one day. And actually, Memphis in May, I would love to go there and just see the whole thing.
So I was looking over, I have my notes here on this because I'm not a barbecue fight club connoisseur, so to speak. I've never really seen the competitions before, but as soon as I found out about this event, it was very exciting to me. I look, barbecue and competition sounds pretty good to me. Everything that I'm reading here, one thing that really stood out to me was that it's sanctioned by the Kansas City Barbecue Society, which was not something that I even knew existed.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that there was like that these had to be sanctioned. I found that really interesting. You obviously with your food truck, do you ever run into, obviously you said you're not competing, but your food truck, you're driving, I'm assuming, in and out of different states. I remember your old food truck at StarCast before. So you take it other places. Do you ever have to deal with that with like different counties, different states?
Oh gosh, yeah. I've been staying in Minnesota with my new food truck, but even in the state of Minnesota, every city I go to is a pain in the ass. It's just like, you get one permit, you got to get another one, you got to get another one. It is crazy, especially Minnesota. But when I do go to other states, they're more lenient. They're, since I do a lot of festivals like Rock Fest, Country Fest, Sturgis, you basically just get a permit for the event and they're good. Then you get the health inspector to, jump on your truck and check it all out. But I am working on, hopefully when all these festivals start getting back, 2021, I want to take this bitch on the road. I want to take it to the biggest festivals and maybe a competition or two. That'd be awesome.
That would be. And
one Fight Club on the road.
Yeah, seriously, we'll have to get more and more of these Fight Club events going on. So something that, you mentioned going to these different festivals, and you also mentioned not competing, but in a way, aren't you kind of, have you ever found, you pull up and there's right across from you another barbecue truck? And, have you ever looked at that and said, all right, this is on, this is a competition, whether we knew it was going to be or not?
Actually, that is, that actually is true. That just happened to me a couple of weeks ago. I was in a city in Minnesota and there was about 5 of us. And I looked down, I'm like, another barbecue food trailer we got here. But I didn't see no smokers on his trailer, so.
So is that something you'll start doing, though? Will you start kind of maybe yelling out the window a little bit, just letting people know what you have, your edge up on the other one?
Fun, too, especially, like when I show up, people kind of look and they're like, oh, she's that pro wrestler with barbecue sauce, and I'm like, bring it, bitch.
Yeah, because Lord knows, if you're a professional wrestler, of course you couldn't make good barbecue. Like, that doesn't make any sense, right? Yeah.
We tried a lot of meat on the road, right? What?
So what made you decide to start having a food truck? Obviously, you're a successful professional wrestler, as everybody watching this knows. What was it that said to you, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to make a barbecue food truck. I'm going to hit the road with this.
I don't, because I've always loved being on the road. And then when my contract was up a long time ago, and I was like, all right, now what? But I had my own barbecue sauce coming, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to start traveling. I live in an Airstream trailer, so I traveled the country promoting my barbecue and hot sauces, and just went to like the biggest, festivals. I went to Sturgis, Daytona Bike Week, and went everywhere for a couple of years. And then someone's like, you should open up a food truck. I didn't even think about it, actually. So honestly, I literally dived right into it. My first year was a shit show with it in Daytona Beach, but I learned from my mistakes. And now I have a new food truck. So this is, I love it because it's literally a meet and greet everywhere I go.
It's
and
awesome.
If people don't know my wrestling history, they actually come to the food truck. I see them Googling. They're like, oh, my God.
Yeah. So obviously your other food truck burnt down, which was not ideal. And a lot of people reached out, which speaks to the reputation you had in the wrestling business. And a lot of people reached out to try and get this. I don't know if it speaks to your reputation or just how damn good your food is on that truck. That people are like, no, like I don't even know if I like her or not, but we need that food back, right? No, but is there anything when you took that opportunity? And obviously, I mean, looking at this truck, I've seen the other one in person, but this just looks enormous. Is this bigger than the last one? Does this have more?
Night and day. It's definitely add up another 12 feet, and this one's a driving one. So now I'm pimping. I'm officially a food trucker.
Okay. Yeah. So the other one was just attached on.
With a trailer. So I was, pulling it everywhere, and that did suck. But, I look back at it, and I'm glad it burned down. I'm not glad at the time.
Sure.
But I believe everything happens for a reason, and I cannot thank the wrestling family for all the support. I didn't realize how much I was loved in the wrestling world. I mean, DDP literally called me the next day. He's like, hey, what's up, ODB? It's DDP. I'm like, oh, shit. For him to reach out, and then Mick Foley, and then TNA Impact.
Yeah.
It was just crazy. It was awesome. And then, then I got this, and now I'm back on the road doing better than ever during all this time. So I thank all my wrestling fans and wrestlers for getting me back on the road.
Now, you mentioned during this time, obviously, with this worldwide pandemic, is really not ideal for any business for the most part. How have you been affected by that?
Honestly, it hasn't affected. It's actually, my food truck is doing better than ever. This is my third year of food trucking. And I literally bought this thing right on St. Patty's Day. And I was driving home with it, literally when everything was shutting down. And I'm like, oh, crap, here we go. But I thought outside the box, and I'm kind of like the ice cream woman. I go to neighborhoods.
Oh, wow. That's great.
People book me for their neighborhood, and it's good, and then everyone gathers together, and then I do a lot of breweries now. Breweries are still open for curbside pickup. Then, of course, when I'm there, everyone cracks their beer in the parking lot.
Right.
So it's basically a big tailgating party.
So for anybody who's maybe checking this out because they're looking into whatever this BBQ FITE Klub is going to be, when I first saw that, I was just like, this seems so interesting, so outside the box. Yeah. Can you give everybody kind of like an idea of what a BBQ FITE Klub is? What these competitions? We know obviously people are cooking and there are judges there, but what is more than that? Can you expand on that of what something like this is?
I'm kind of new at it too, so I would be expecting. I hope people have fun with it. Obviously, you're going to find out who has the best meat, and it's just the way of smoking. Everyone has their unique way of smoking their meat, and I think it'd be cool. I think everyone should kind of just get into their own character and have fun with it. And actually, I think there needs to be a belt made for BBQ FITE Klub. It's definitely not a FITE Klub, FITE Klub.
Yeah. Right. I think I agree with that. I think there should be.
Because I actually have my own custom. I'll show it to you.
Please.
Actually, Top Rope made me my own custom belt here. I think the FITE Klub needs one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's pretty badass. So I think FITE Klub needs to get on that.
I think so. Yeah, we're going to have to talk to Mike Weber. Tell him.
Yeah, come on, Weber.
Get that belt. Come on, we need that belt. I'm still trying to.
I think it'd just be fun, too, just to, I hope all the competitors, give each other crap and Maybe.
Well, that's what we want. You can't say this is going to be a barbecue fight club and then have everybody just overly polite and quietly prepare their meals.
You can't be sensitive. You got to just do it. And have fun with it.
We have to have fun with it. So where primarily are you, where can people primarily find your food truck? Obviously right now, like you said, people are booking you for neighborhoods and breweries, but where primarily, if anyone's watching this?
I'm in Minnesota, so I'm staying in Minnesota for the rest of the year, but it does snow here. So I'm packing this up in November. I have 2 states that I'm going back and forth on that I'm going to go to all winter. Mm-hmm. So keep watching me on my social media, odbsmeetandgreet.com, and you will find out where I will be this winter. But I'm going to be stationed in Minnesota all summer, though.
Okay. For anybody who's in Minnesota who's watching this, can you give us maybe like your top 2, the absolute must meals that they need to get when they come to you?
Oh, yes. My number 1 seller is the Pork You Nachos. Okay. And my favorite is called Meat in a Cup. So literally everything's piled in a cup. You got your baked beans, your pulled pork, coleslaw, and a pickle with my barbecue sauce on the top. And then you pick your cup size, B, C, or double D.
The Meat in a Cup was, I know, in the like the staff room of StarCast, the first StarCast. Oh, really? I know that was a big hit. The Meat in the Cup. There are a lot of empty cups on the table.
A lot of double Ds.
A lot of double Ds. Yeah. So last question here, just in general, you kind of mentioned your social media. You let everybody know where they can find you online. And I guess the other question is, when wrestling opens back up, do you have any intentions of being back in the ring?
Honestly, I would love to get back in the ring. I got back in the ring a few months back with TNA Impact, NWA. That was a lot of fun. NWA was a lot of fun. And then AEW about a year ago at StarCast, and I would love to get back. I still got it. Oh, yeah. Still get the bam.
Oh, there we go. I was waiting for when that was going to happen. It's not a proper interview without that. Where can everybody find you on social media?
At the ODB BAM. So I got Instagram, Twitter, and my Facebook page. And I have a YouTube channel, so I'm starting posting. I give you a little tour of my food truck, so go check out just look for ODB's Meet and Greet, and I'll pop up.
Awesome. That's great. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to help us promote the BBQ FITE Klub that's coming up. Again, that's on June 9th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on FITE.tv.
I'll be watching.
Yeah, me too. ODB, thank you so much for taking the time. Best of luck with everything.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Bam!